Welcome back to Wednesday Night Sports, episode 4. This one's going to be interesting, though, because it's going to be 2 parts.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
This was Trevor's idea, which is actually smart.
We're gonna have 2 parts. We're gonna be covering the Week 10 scores of the top 25, and then that's part 1. And part 2, which will be a separate video, still episode 4. It'll be what we did in episode 1, where we'll look at the top 25 schedule.
Yep.
For week 12, week 11.
Choose our picks
Choose
for
our
that
picks.
week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be a good episode, I think. Just kind of recapping.
Yep.
But, yeah, so right now we're going to be talking about the scores from week 10. There were a lot of good games this week, actually.
I'm just going to come straight out the gates here. Duke sold so hard.
Oh, yeah. Duke sold, but also Cam Ward decided to beat him in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean,
Duke
I
was
don't
leading
like
at
Cam
halftime.
Ward, but I got to give him his props.
Duke was leading at halftime, dude.
Yeah.
And then Miami came back and made a statement. I still beef heavy with Miami, though.
I do, too.
So.
And I don't like Cam Ward, but he's a heck of a quarterback. I mean, he threw for 400 yards. That's just insane.
To be fair, it's against a Duke defense, though.
That is
not
true.
a football school.
It's true.
That's like passing 400 against Kansas.
Yeah.
Or Houston.
You know, they are a very offensive-sided team.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so the first game we're going to be talking about is San Diego State versus Boise State. Oh, my gosh.
So I actually watched pretty much the entire game.
I only watched like one quarter of it.
San Diego State is hot garbage.
Oh, yeah. We all knew this, though. I mean, come on.
I will say, San Diego State's helmets, those things were sick.
Yeah, no.
They were some cool things.
It's weird because so many bad teams have such cool jerseys.
I know.
It's so weird.
Take Houston.
Exactly.
Dude, I actually really like their baby blue.
I do too. Except
unis.
Kansas State, you have no excuse for that loss, but we'll get to you.
Nope, no excuse. I
So-
think it was the uniforms that made them win, to be honest.
Probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, we all saw this score coming, 56-24.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, their quarterback threw for like 350 yards. Over it, actually.
Yeah.
think he
Genty
threw
actually
close
got
to
shut
400.
down in the first half.
Yeah. He was
Second
only held to
half
like,
came
what,
back-
30-something yards in the first half?
Something like
Yeah.
that. 0 touchdowns. Second half came back with like 150, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to say it. Genty for Heisman.
Yeah. Did you see what Travis Hunter had because he was with Big Noon Kickoff?
Yeah.
Heisman for him.
Yeah.
And
Well, did
Sanders.
you see? Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're literally campaigning for Heisman
So dumb.
as if it's an election.
Well, if they were deserving of it, they would just win it.
Hunter's deserving of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say. But sadly, it's Genty's year.
Yeah.
But also, sadly, it's just going to be a popularity contest.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's all anything is nowadays.
Travis Hunter will win. And, yeah.
Well, Genty still has another year.
Yeah, Genty
and
can win it next
he'll
year.
stay. He'll stay.
And- Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Man.
So-
Boise State.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about for this game other than Ashton Genty going off in the second half.
Yeah.
And them absolutely clobbering San Diego State, which was all expected. And that's what Boise State should have done, and they did.
Yep.
So it builds their resume because it goes to show how dominant they are on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And, I mean, their defense is pretty good too, but obviously they don't talk about it. But, yeah, no, I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about unless you want to add anything.
Nope. Boise State's dominant.
Yep.
If you play Boise State, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
I'm actually just going to say that.
Well, yeah, they kept it close with Oregon.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think any
goes
team
to
that
show you.
plays Boise State will lose other than the top 5 teams.
yeah. Except unless they can somehow stop Genty, like the whole game.
But how do you stop them?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you stop them?
Yeah. That's why I said unless, which not going to
You
happen.
can't stop them.
But yeah, no. So on to the next game, Oregon and Michigan.
Yeah.
As,
Props to Michigan. They kept it close.
Yeah, I mean, putting 17 on them is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Can't lie.
I mean, they were close most of the game, and then Oregon exploded.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing that happened in the Georgia-Florida game. They were tied at 20-20.
Oh, my
And
dude.
then
Carson
Georgia-
Beck is so bad. He is so bad. He's thrown so many interceptions this year. It's actually insane.
I'll still take Carson Beck over Cam Ward. I'm just going to keep it real.
Really?
Yeah.
For a franchise quarterback, I'd put Cam Ward.
Yeah.
But-
no, that's fair.
But just because I don't like him, I would take Carson Beck. But overall, I think Cam Ward's a better quarterback because he can rush. He can run the ball too.
Yeah.
But, Carson Beck is struggling so far. And I think that's why Georgia hasn't really blown anybody out this year. Like any good team.
Yeah.
Because, when it all comes to it, Georgia should have beat Florida by at least 20. At least back if this was 20 or even last year.
Yeah.
They would have beat them by 20 plus. I don't know. They just they don't look as good as they have been.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Bama, too. But, Carson Beck isn't playing the best year. But anyway, back to Oregon and Michigan. Oregon did what they were supposed to do, which was win.
Yep.
But, yeah, like you said, props to Michigan.
Michigan kept it a game.
Yeah.
For at least most of it. Oregon did end up winning by 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, Michigan stinks. Oregon is good.
Yeah.
It's simple.
I think if Indiana makes it to the Big Ten championship game, they could keep it close.
Oh, honestly, they could win.
Yeah. They look so good.
I don't want to take anything away from Oregon.
I don't either.
But they're just good.
Well, they've beaten everybody they've played by 14 plus.
We'll just see when they play Ohio State. That's their test.
Oh, give me Indiana in that game.
Yeah. Ohio State
for real.
was actually not even
Ohio
performing good against Penn State. And Penn State sucks.
Yeah.
Penn State, you are horrible.
Overrated. Your only touchdown in that game was a pick six in the first quarter? Yeah. Come on.
I'm going to come out and say it. Penn State does not even deserve top 20.
It's not a hot take.
I'm not
They're
even.
not good.
They just are not good at football this year.
Yeah. They're not.
They got lucky on two plays in that game.
Yeah.
It's
just, but Ohio State doesn't look that good either, to be honest.
Any team in the top 20 can beat Penn State.
Yeah. I agree with you. But, because Penn State they couldn't stop Ohio State. Ohio State kind of killed themselves that game.
Yeah.
With not being able to score. Because Penn State's defense was not it. And they gave up so many yards just from penalties, too. But,
yeah,
no. I agree with you. Penn State, not even top 20.
Penn State stinks.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, Oregon did what they were supposed to this week, which was beat Michigan, and they did. Not by as much as I thought they would. I wasn't expecting Michigan to play as well as they did, though, either.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is, you can't just say, and I have been doing this, but I shouldn't say Michigan is bad. They won the Natty last year. They just tanked really hard this year.
Yeah, well, it's like Washington.
Yeah.
They kept it the closest with Indiana this year.
Yeah. To be fair, Michigan isn't terrible. They're in the middle of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And so the Big Ten's I'm going to come out and say a juggernaut conference. I
they
said
are.
it last week. So being in the Big Ten just means you're good.
Yeah.
Besides Purdue.
And
so,
UCLA.
Michigan did what they needed to. Oregon is just better.
Yeah. And score proves it. They still won by 21.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree. Michigan's not horrible. They're just not as good as everyone thought they would be this year, I guess, is what we could say. But, yeah, no, I agree.
Georgia, Florida, an exact same situation.
Yeah.
Kept it 20-20, and then Georgia just had some explosive scores, and that's Florida. You can't really do much against that.
No.
But they did. They tried their best, and keeping it tied with arguably the best team in the country is impressive.
I agree. Florida played a lot better than what people thought, at least what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
It is a rivalry game, too. But, again, Georgia's arguably the best team in the country right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's the SEC.
yeah.
Every game in the SEC is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Except Mississippi State.
Yeah.
There's always one team.
Yep, always.
Obviously, we went over Ohio State, Penn State. So we're just gonna move on from that. Duke and Miami.
See, Duke played so good in the first half.
Duke was killing it, and then Miami they actually played like a top 5 team.
Yeah.
And I'll give them props for that, but I won't give them props for the first half.
Nope. Yeah, no, I agree. Cam Ward just decided to play good in the second half. I don't know. He's kind of bipolar, I think. Just because it was like he flipped a switch.
Yeah.
It was weird. But every game they've played is just an offensive shootout.
They don't have a defense.
Yeah, if Duke would have scored, or if they would have kept consistently scoring,
or if their defense had kept up.
Yeah.
But Duke put up 31.
Yeah.
Which, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is, especially against a top 5 team.
Yeah.
But also, if you look at all the other scores, a lot of teams have put up a lot against Miami just because they have no defense.
They don't have a defense. It's just offense.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they'll go far in the playoff.
SMU will beat Miami
in the ACC.
In the ACC championship. That's going to happen.
Look at what they did to Pitt. And Pitt was undefeated.
Pittsburgh is.
I know. But everyone thought it was going to be closer.
They were 7-0.
I was looking on Instagram, and a lot of people were like, Pitt's going to keep it close or even win. No. You guys got dismantled.
SMU.
They exposed you guys so hard.
They're actually super good.
Yeah.
So I'll take SMU over Miami.
Oh, I would.
Any day.
And that's not just because I hate Miami. I think SMU would just beat them.
SMU's just better.
Yeah, they're good. They're a good team.
Yeah. Moving on.
Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'll
be honest. I didn't watch a single bit of this game. So
I didn't either.
I have no takes. All I know is.
Well, all I know is Kentucky kept it close.
Yeah, they only lost
They
by
even
10.
had the lead.
They only lost by 10 to the number 7 team.
But I said this in an earlier episode. Tennessee's not as good as what they show. Yeah. As what the record shows, I think. And only because, they beat Bama. Don't get me wrong. But Bama's not as good.
Yeah, Bama lost to Vandy.
Yeah. And so I just think the SEC is weird this year because there's some teams who aren't as good as what it shows.
Yeah.
If you look what happened to A&M.
R.I.P., dude.
Yeah.
I was messing with A&M.
Yeah, I was too. But, again, South Carolina's a good team too because they almost beat Bama at Bama.
Yeah, I think the Gamecocks are highly underrated.
They are. But, I don't know. SEC is just a weird conference this year. Nobody's undefeated.
It's awesome.
It is. It's fun to see.
It's so awesome.
It's fun but weird to see.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. Tennessee's not as good as what their record shows, I think. They're just not showing dominance.
Yeah.
Like Boise State is.
Same time Boise State is playing Mountain
True.
West.
But they kept it close with Oregon.
I know.
That's the thing. Just give Ashton Genty the ball and let him do his thing.
At the same time, you can't run him the whole game or else he's
exactly.
tire out.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Absolute
That's why I'm
beast.
excited for the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
12-team playoff. It'll be fun to watch.
It'll be really interesting.
Okay. So.
That's those 2 games.
Yeah. SC, props to you guys. Holy crap. You kicked the crap out of A&M. Who was a top 10 team?
They made a statement. 24 points.
That's actually insane.
That's actually so good.
Yeah. That
huge,
is such a good score.
Huge amounts of respect.
Yeah. It's crazy. SEC's weird this year.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on to the next game.
Okay. Texas Tech, Iowa State. I'm so happy Iowa State lost.
Yeah, I am too. All right. Repping the BYU because I'm a huge BYU fan.
Yeah.
And you know what? All the haters out there, BYU's beating Utah by 20 this week.
We're not even going to hide it.
Yeah, no. Not even worth hiding. Look at this. I'm wearing this during our podcast.
I'm so happy Iowa State lost
Iowa State, you're overrated.
because now
Just
BYU is undefeated in the conference.
Yep.
Only one, and they are the clear-cut winner. No one can say Iowa State is better because they lost.
As a BYU fan, though, the only team I would be scared to play in the Big 12 championship would be Colorado. Just because they've looked really dominant like these past couple weeks. Yeah. But again, I still think BYU would beat them.
I think
BYU.
I would honestly be scared for a Kansas State rematch.
That's fair. But Kansas State lost to Houston.
Hey.
It's so weird. I don't know. It's so weird.
It's college football.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's so weird.
Everyone loves college
But
football.
Anyway, Iowa State Tech, that was a good game.
I mean,
I'm so glad Texas Tech pulled it out. Even if it was by 1. But, yeah.
I was putting up Christmas lights with my dad. And I had the game playing on my AirPods.
Oh, nice.
And it was just so back and forth. I was like, this game sucks. Because it was just punt, interception, punt.
Yeah.
And then Tech won.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I'm so glad they won. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And now there's only, 5 undefeated teams left in the FBS? It's crazy.
Oregon, BYU,
Miami,
Army,
and Indiana.
Yeah. That's my take on that game.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. BYU fan here. I'm going to the Big 12 championship game. So hyped.
That's actually awesome.
It's BYU's year. It's BYU's year, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All you Utah fans.
Yeah. I don't even care.
Penrod.
Brigham Penrod. Yeah, you know who you are, Brigham.
Yep.
He's going to want to come onto the podcast now.
Dude,
that
he's
we've
been
made
asking me every day.
I know.
Dude, when am I going to get on the podcast?
He texted me. This was last week. He texted me a picture of him watching it again, like he did with our first episode. Yeah. And he goes, so, whenever I can come on, we should talk about the Utah Hockey Club. I was like,
bro,
what? Oh, another thing, BYU basketball starts tomorrow, right? That's their debut.
Yeah, Tuesday.
I'm pumped.
We're recording on Monday because,
yeah, just it'll still come out on Wednesday.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, glad Tech won, obviously. Big game.
After the Tech Iowa State game, Clemson, Louisville. Louisville, you're my favorite team right now.
Louisville, you're underrated.
I'm a Louisville fan now.
Oh,
screw
this
BYU.
Is the thing. Screw BYU.
I'm dropping them.
Crazy.
I love Louisville. Watching them beat Clemson.
Whoa.
Clemson.
Bro just had a stroke.
Was just awesome. I love upsets.
Yeah, I do too. Especially if it's not BYU.
Yeah.
I love upsets.
Yes.
I would hate to watch BYU to lose.
Yes. Yeah.
If they lose to like Houston or Kansas. Yeah. Ooh, that Oklahoma State game was so scary. But Darius Lassiter, if you ever see this, I love you forever.
What about Ritzloff, dude?
And Jake Retzloff. Dude, that run that he had was crazy too.
Yeah.
That was huge.
All right, quit the glaze, dude.
Dude, I don't even care.
I'm
just glad BYU's actually playing good.
Yeah, honestly.
That's the only reason why. Just because they're playing so good this year.
I'm not even. People tell me to stop glazing. I'll say no.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying right now. No.
Brigham. He told me to stop glazing.
Well, Brigham, talk to me when Springville wins a game.
That's never happening.
Okay, so anyway, like I said, Louisville's been underrated all year. They almost beat Miami, which I was really hoping for. But again, offensive shootout.
Yep.
And yeah, Louisville's underrated.
We should have won.
Yeah.
Louisville, bro.
Bro's struggling.
It's been a long day.
Well, it's a Monday too.
Yeah. Louisville should have beat Miami.
Yeah.
Louisville, I'd say, is number 3 in the conference. I'd go SMU.
That's not a hot
Miami,
take.
Louisville.
Yeah, that's not a hot take. I agree with you. Louisville's so underrated. But, glad you guys won. And you won by 12 against number 11 team ranked in the country. But, anyway.
Yeah.
On to the next game.
Indiana versus Michigan. State.
I will always be rooting for Indiana, to be for real.
Except when they play BYU or Louisville.
Yeah.
I'm a Louisville fan. Remember that?
Yeah. No, but holy
bandwagon.
crap. Indiana is killing everybody they play.
Yeah.
It's actually insane.
Indiana is looking to be the most dominant team in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Besides.
I mean, like we said, they could beat Oregon.
I'm putting Indiana number 2 in the Big Ten.
Well, you'd have to.
Like,
that's where I'm putting them. Ohio State
Ohio
sucks.
State,
Penn State, you
suck.
suck.
They're both garbage.
Yeah.
Wait until Jeremiah Smith is actually not 18 years old. Then you guys will be good. I mean, I have no comments.
Yeah.
47-10.
Yeah.
That's light work.
Yeah, it's actually light work for Indiana. They've showed it so many times this year too.
Yeah.
That Indiana-Ohio State game will be good. But
I don't think
next.
so. I think it'll be a blowout for Indiana.
Yeah. Wait, what did I say?
You said it'll be a good close game.
What?
Something.
Oh, I'm tripping.
You might have just said close. Or good. Moving on. Kansas State versus Houston.
Wait, I want to go back. Indiana will kill Ohio State.
Thank you.
That is what I meant to
Yes.
say. Whatever I said, delete that. Delete whatever I said before,
Okay.
please.
But I don't edit. We have our own guy
Oh,
for
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Kansas State, Houston.
You have no excuse, Kansas State.
R.I.P.
You stink.
Dude, it was the jerseys, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kansas State is going to bounce back whoever they play next.
Well, they were bouncing back from the BYU loss, and then this happened.
After this Houston loss, they're actually going to show up.
They're
going to win out.
They're
They're going to win out. Kansas State's going to win out.
Yeah, and they did beat Colorado.
They're going to end 10-2.
It's not a hot take. It just looks bad for them, like
Houston.
losing to Houston.
It's just like
They're not going to the Big 12 championship, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think right now it's between Colorado, BYU, and Iowa State. BYU's basically on lock. And I was talking to my dad before this, BYU can afford like one loss too.
yeah.
Like they're basically on lock.
I think if BYU doesn't win out, we lose to Arizona State.
Yeah.
We don't lose to
that's what I
Utah.
said to my dad. We don't lose to Utah. We don't lose to Kansas at home. We don't lose to Utah.
We don't lose to Houston at home. I will say, Houston, you're better than I thought.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
maybe you got lucky.
But, yeah, no, Arizona State, they're a little scary just because of their running back, and BYU can't stop the run game to save their life.
If Houston wants to win at Lavelle Edwards Stadium, they have to wear those baby blue uniforms.
Don't give them ideas.
Bro, I'm going to die on this hill.
Oh,
Those are
dude, I
lucky
really
unis.
hope I get to go to another game because my mom, stinky. Oh, it's
She's
fine.
going to watch this.
Huh?
She's going to watch this.
I know. I don't care.
Oh.
Mom, I want to go to the game. But anyway, yeah, Kansas State, you don't really have an excuse for that loss unless Houston's just for some reason really good all of a sudden. Okay, we're coming down to our last 4 games.
SMU versus Pittsburgh. We've already covered this.
Yeah, Pittsburgh overrated. You didn't play nobody, and then you play SMU
And get
and
absolutely
you lose by 23.
stomped on.
Like, come on.
Might be an SMU fan too, low key. I'm hopping on all the hype trains.
If SMU keeps winning, it just builds BYU's resume.
Yep.
So, SMU, please keep winning. But anyway, yeah, SMU, you're just better. Pitt, you suck. And moving on.
Yeah.
Holy crap, Ole Miss is beating Georgia. I'm calling it right now.
Ole Miss is actually so good this year.
Jackson Dart threw for over 550 yards and 6 touchdown passes.
You might say he threw some darts.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
Definitely
no.
been used before.
63-31. This is Arkansas beat Tennessee, right? Ole Miss just beat Arkansas by 31. No, by 32. And again, you can't use that like, oh, well, Tennessee lost to Arkansas, and then Ole Miss beat Arkansas, so then Ole Miss is better. That's not an excuse, but Ole Miss is good, and they proved it in this game. It was at Arkansas, too.
Yeah.
They
on
just
the road.
obliterated you guys, and Jackson Dart just balled out.
I'm not going to say it again, but I'm actually going to say it again. It might have been their uniforms.
Yeah, dude, they have some of the best uniforms in the game.
I love Ole Miss's uniforms.
Okay, but
I'm a uniform fanatic.
Oregon doesn't have any bad unis.
That is true.
They don't have any bad unis.
Their cancer awareness ones are always good.
Yeah.
They always do something sick.
Yeah. Well, did you see the ones they're wearing this next week, I think?
Mm-mm.
It's actually like the numbers are like the color of the duck's head or whatever. You know, what are the ducks called? They're like green heads, but they're like mixed with different colors, kind of. It's weird. Anyway, I'll show you after we're done filming. But I saw it today. It looks sick.
Okay. Well.
So anyway, Ole Miss is beating Georgia. I don't care.
Not a hot take.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a hot take. I love Jackson Dart. He's from Utah. I mean, he played for Corner Canyon.
We're from Utah?
But who said we're from Utah? We're not.
Nope. We live in
South
Australia.
Dakota. You live in.
I live in Australia.
Yeah, I live in South Dakota.
I fly in every week.
Yep. And he pays for it because we're making bands from this podcast.
Yep. Got a net worth of $2 million right now.
Yep.
We can go band.
You guys
for band.
have no idea.
We can go Milford. Wait. That's not us, to be honest. Oh, it's M for M. Yeah. You can call me Central
We
C.
can go bat for bat. That we can go M for M.
Okay, anyways. Air Force, Army.
Okay, I didn't know this, but their starting quarterback wasn't even in the game.
Armies.
Yeah. So I think that's why it was only 20-3.
Well, they did good in the second half.
Yeah.
First half, it was 6-3. I was low-key getting scared. I have some beef with Air Force just because they suck.
Yeah, you guys are trash.
And I like Army. I want to see them undefeated.
I would too.
Army versus Navy in the AAC championship would be nuts.
Yeah.
Because
it would feed families.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought they were still independent.
Who?
Army and Navy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Call me casual, but I thought they were still independent.
Really?
Yeah. How long have they been in the AAC?
I don't know, but I did know they were in a conference.
Yeah, I didn't.
When did you find out?
Like 3 days ago.
Really? That's crazy. Yeah, no, I knew they were in a conference. I don't know when they joined, but yeah, no. It'll be, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really embarrassing for me.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Moving on, Minnesota beat Illinois.
Yeah.
Minnesota, I think, could beat Penn State.
Yeah.
Like, hot take. Penn State is hot water right now.
They are.
They
got exposed so
They're nothing good. They're nothing
not
good.
so hard just because Ohio State's always going to be Ohio State.
Ohio State's good, but Penn State did not do
I don't
anything.
think.
They didn't do anything. Yeah.
You know, I don't think they're 3-seed worthy, Ohio State.
No.
But yeah, no, Penn State is hot trash. Minnesota would keep it close.
Yeah.
100%. So, yeah. I think if Minnesota were to play Penn State, it'd be 50-50.
Yeah. I'd give it a coin toss.
Yeah. You know, I agree.
So that recaps part 1 of episode 4.
Episode 4.
Right after both videos will be up at the same time.
Yep.
So as soon as this one's done, go click on the other one, and in part 2, we're gonna be predicting Week 11 scores.
Yes.
So see you in 10 seconds.
Yep. Approximately.
Yeah.